You grabbed that bag of chips last night, told yourself just one. Then the bag was empty, and you were still sitting there wondering what just happened. You blamed yourself, called yourself lazy, undisciplined, weak. But here's what nobody ever told you. That was not weakness. That was science. Their science. Used against you, deliberately, calculated to the decimal point. And they have been doing it for decades. Today we are going inside the boardrooms, the laboratories, and the internal documents that the biggest food corporations on the planet never wanted you to find. Because what they built inside your favorite food is not a recipe. It is a trap, and you walked right into it. Let me introduce you to the most dangerous phrase in the history of food: the Bliss Point. In the 1970s, a scientist named Howard Moskowitz was hired by Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Campbell's Soup to answer one question. Not why do people start eating, why do they stop? Because if you could find the exact mathematical formula of sugar, salt, and fat that shuts down the human brain's ability to say enough, you could sell unlimited food to unlimited people forever. No self-control, no off switch. Just endless craving. And Howard Moskowitz found it. He called it the Bliss Point, the precise combination of ingredients that hijacks your brain's reward system, the same neurological pathway triggered by cocaine, and makes stopping feel physically impossible. The food industry did not just read this research, they did not just use it, they built their entire business model around it. Every chip, every cookie, every fast food meal, every soda, every processed snack engineered to hit that exact point where your brain goes silent and your hand reaches back into the bag. This was not an accident. This was a business decision. Now let us talk about the ingredient they hid inside everything you eat: sugar. Not the natural sugar in fruit, the refined, processed, industrially manufactured sugar they inject into foods you would never suspect. Pasta sauce, salad dressing, ketchup, yogurt, baby food. In 1972, a British scientist named John Yudkin published a book called Pure White and Deadly. He proved with hard scientific data that refined sugar was the primary driver of obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. His research was solid. His evidence was undeniable. So the food industry destroyed him. They hired their own scientists. They funded their own studies. They buried his research, attacked his reputation, and spent 40 years making the entire world believe that fat was the enemy, not sugar, while they quietly poured more sugar into everything on the shelf. More sugar means more cravings. More cravings means more purchases. More purchases means more profit. It was that simple. And they knew exactly what they were doing. But here's the part that crossed every line. In the 1980s, Philip Morris, the company that spent decades knowingly addicting millions of people to cigarettes, bought food brands, Kraft, General Foods, and they brought their tobacco scientists with them. The same people who engineered cigarette addiction started working on breakfast cereal, on snack foods, on children's products. Internal documents prove it. Memos, boardroom presentations, all of it written down. How to increase the addictive properties of food. How to target children specifically, because a child addicted to a brand before the age of 10 is a customer for life. They tested addiction science on children, wrote it in documents, and then went home and had dinner with their own families. Today, ultra-processed food makes up 60% of the average American's daily calorie intake, 57% in the UK, 48% in Canada. And those numbers grow every single year. Ultra-processed food is directly linked to 32 different diseases: obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, depression, anxiety, certain cancers, Alzheimer's. The World Health Organization knows this. Governments know this. The food industry definitely knows this. And every single morning, they wake up and make the formula more addictive anyway. Because here is the truth they will never say out loud. A healthy person is a terrible customer. A healthy person does not buy diet pills, does not buy meal replacements, does not spend their entire life chasing the next craving they manufactured inside your brain. Your addiction is not a side effect of their business. Your addiction is their business. Your suffering is their revenue stream. Your inability to stop is the product. So the next time you are sitting there at midnight, unable to stop, remember that a scientist calculated the exact moment your self-control breaks. Remember that a corporation paid for that calculation. Remember that they tested it on children first. And remember that while you are sitting there, someone in a boardroom is getting a bonus because of it. You were never weak. You were never undisciplined. You were never the problem. You were engineered. And now, you know.